Hello and welcome to match 3 of the Allies tournament, this time against MunkFSH. As for new cards, we've seen all of them on from Allies so far. We have Town, we have Marquee. The new one that we haven't seen is Underling. Very simple, +1 card, +1 action, and +1 favor. And this liaison is tied to the ally League of Bankers. At the start of your buy phase, +1 coin per 4 favors you have, rounded down. And you have a nice way to gain favors here via Underling. So let's see how we can incorporate that into our kingdom. The rest of the kingdom looks like Scrying Pool. You would use the town for plus buy instead of the village effect to convert all of those not to convert but to make use of all the extra coin that you would get from the underling. So this is my thought: potion, black market, and build some engine around those cards. Now I like this game, it's instructive. Well, I say that a lot. I like this game not because it's instructive, but you'll see why. My opponent goes for something much different to what I go for here. So potion first up, and it will be paired with a black market. Now MunkFSH does something very different actually. Skips the black market, goes for an underling, skips the potion, skips the magpie, and gets a remodel instead. I do want a remodel as well, but I didn't want it straight away. On turn 3 now they get the magpie, makes sense, and I pick up my first underling on 3. 5 here, I could get the church to help trash more quickly. There is value in trashing here because you will be able to play all of your underlings once Scrying Pool could pull them out from the deck. But I choose not to take the church and instead go for a remodel instead. Maybe that's wrong, but the remodel is faster than the church at trashing. So MunkFSH, MunkFish I'll say from here, turns an estate here. This is probably into a magpie. No, a town. A town. I thought it would be magpie given the way they played in the first few turns there. I don't remodel that copper into anything because there's no good 2 cost. I choose instead to call the way of the pig to draw me an extra card. It gets me to my first Scrying Pool on turn 5, which is unfortunate. The potion did miss the shuffle there. Alright, so let's see what MunkFish is up to here. MunkFSH. Because there's no potion yet, and that alarms me. And there's no black market either. So those are 2 key cards I saw in the kingdom that my opponent is completely skipping. So I'm extremely curious. Livery is good draw. They get a livery there, using their town for money instead of actions. I get my first magpie. It'll flood the deck with actions, make it easier for Scrying Pool to draw through. In addition, magpie can also draw itself. They turn an estate into a herald and pick up another underling. So 2 underlings for them. I have some terminal collision here. Choose to skip on the black market to play the remodel to get some trashing in. The town is going to be important. I had terminal collision there, and I pick up a second town. Plus buy is going to be important soon. So MunkFish remodels their final estate into an underling. 3-1 on the underling split for them there. Scrying Pool comes out, does some work. I am not going to trigger this shuffle without my Scrying Pool in it, so I won't play that underling, just by the Scrying Pool, pass it back. Here's the turn. I think here is the turn. So carefully we'll go through this turn 8 from MunkFish here. Magpie picks up a copper. Herald picks up a livery. Underling, underling, underling. Town for draw. +1 card, +2 actions. Wait for it, wait for it. There's more. What's next, MunkFish? Show us, show us. I don't want to skip ahead and spoil the surprise for the audience. There's another town to draw. Remodel draws as way of the pig. Magpie picks up the last copper in their deck and they hit mint and trash everything from their deck. Picking up a horse along the way too. That was an incredible turn from them. I didn't think that 2 magpies and a herald could do that. I don't know if this is to be expected, if this is normal draw, or if this is fortunate. Either way, I have to deal with it now. That turn 8 sets me back immensely. I still have all my coppers and 2 of my estates. They have removed all of their starting cards. They already have 3 underlings to my 1. So without the Scrying Pool now, they will play those underlings every single turn. So they will accumulate 3 favors per turn and make that League of Bankers grow. Tremendous turn there. Tremendous turn. I am on the back foot already. Let's see what I can come up with here. Black market does not show me anything particularly helpful. I could get this storeroom. My deck is not quite ready for the storeroom though. So I pass on the storeroom here. And I go instead, perhaps, I can't remember exactly, it might be livery or underling here. So I convert the estate into an underling and buy the livery. Alright, so here's now this super clean deck from MunkFSH. Triple underling as we expected. And now they have some tricks with the remodel. They could start remodeling horses, for example, because they do not need the horse for draw. And they keep gaining horses with this livery. So they had all the pieces they needed to make that mint play. They had the remodel and the livery to still keep their turn going. They opt here, instead of remodeling the horse, they remodel the magpie into a gold. It makes sense. They have the mint in the deck. They can now start minting gold. They are just moving so much faster than me now. These horses get turned into pigs just to preserve them. Look how much money they have. 2 of that came from the bankers. And the town for the plus buy. Marquee for more buy and another town for more buy, presumably. We are looking in very bad shape here. So many coppers in the deck. No Scrying Pool on this turn. I choose to not even play this livery. I just wanted to try and find the Scrying Pool to accelerate my game as quickly as possible here. I didn't find it, unfortunately. I will pick up this market square. The plus buy is important. And I will get Scrying Pool. Number 3 for me here. So out comes Herald, finds remodel, but no problem. If there's nothing to trash in your hand, you just turn that into a pig. Livery will keep gaining horses for them that they could just stockpile in their deck, so they will never stall. Mint gold. Ooh, things are looking bleak. Real bleak. Marquee draws to 10 and gives them the plus buy 14 and 3 buys. What am I doing? I'm buying market squares on Scrying Pools. What are they doing? Almost a double province, just printing money with that underling and that mint and drawing everything up every turn. They continue building here. Towns and marquees. Well, another marquee and some number of towns. It's too many for me to keep track of. The Scrying Pool attack does nothing at this point. Finally, Scrying Pool comes through for me there. And here I am able to make my mint play here. So I am going to find all of the coppers that I have left in the deck and get a thin deck just like MunkFSH. Here, I do go ahead and pick up the counterfeit. I think that is quite an important card. Plus buy is important in the kingdom, right? And I have the mint. I could probably start minting gold just like MunkFish is doing here. So I don't see the counterfeit on this turn. That's unfortunate, but whatever. I wasn't going to play it anyway because the mint is going to be purchased here. Estate goes into town and I buy my final Scrying Pool. And then I just mint. I have no choice. I have no choice. I didn't want to sacrifice the potion there, but I have to move quickly, and this is the cost of moving quickly. We will play the rest of this game with 4 Scrying Pools, and hopefully it's sufficient. It should be sufficient now that most of the copper is gone. I only managed to get 6 copper there. The last one, as you see, is in hand. Anyways, back to MunkFSH. I'm still here because I'm holding out for something in the black market, something obnoxious like an outpost or goons. Not even a knight would be sufficient, I think. I would need something. It would probably have to be specifically outpost for me to have a chance here, especially now that provinces are being gained. So 1 gold was remodeled into province there. And they probably have money to buy 2 more. Probably have money to buy 2 more. The magpie is empty. Horses are gained. Turned into pigs. What a tremendous deck. What a tremendous deck. So not quite up to double province yet, but goes for a single province and another remodel. Makes perfect sense. Those double remodels can bring about the end of the game very, very quickly. And I have to start greening now. There's no 2 ways about it. Scrying Pool, brilliant, brilliant card. Finally shows its strength. So I have the whole deck here now. I could start doing some clever things with the market square. So I'm going to go ahead and remodel this magpie. I don't need it. That'll trigger the market square to gain me a gold. I'll find back the gold, mint it. So 2 golds gained on that turn. Very nice. Obviously play all the underlings. And I could draw through the rest of the deck simply with these horses played as pigs. I don't quite have enough actions to gain a 3rd gold there from the market square. So it'll just be the 2 for now. I could remodel or black market. The choice is up to me here. I go fishing in the black market. None of these cards are helpful. I don't need the draw from the encampment. The attack does nothing from the villain, and the transmogrify is way too slow. So we're here at double province. I will not buy anything. I will just pick up the double province, I think, and pass it back to MunkFSH. That is losing because they could remodel 2 provinces and buy 2. So I choose to get just 1 and pick up 2 duchies, but that loses anyway. And this is the reason why I said the game was interesting. It is not very often I pick up Scrying Pool, my opponent does not pick up Scrying Pool, and I lose that game. I cannot remember the last time that happened, but this is one time. Maybe I completely misread the kingdom here. Maybe the magpie is better to get the faster mint off. MunkFSH will finish up the game here, I believe, but this was tremendous, really. This was quite a shock to me. I hadn't lost playing Scrying Pool in so long. Usually if I lose with Scrying Pool, my opponent also plays Scrying Pool, you know? But I have not seen this in a very, very long time. Scrying Pool loses. Incredible. Incredible game here. And I'm glad I was able to record it, so I have this, you know, always as a reference here. I don't think they could get to 5 provinces. They're not racking up that many coins with the bankers. They only have the 3 underlings, so they could probably go through 4, which is enough. I think they could remodel 2 gold and buy another province, and there's no way I could do anything about that. Probably that seems like a very easy play for them to make. Don't need to think too much about the end game in that scenario. And I think they do something similar. So yeah, marquee goes down into province. The other marquee goes down into province. The town comes out for the plus buy instead of the marquee. And yeah, so they get 4 provinces. 2 off remodeled marquees and 2 off pure money. And I'm out here. I'm out. There's nothing I could do. They have 18 favors. So they already have 4 coin for province in hand. Right, so they don't need that many cards to see the end of this game. I play on in the slim chance that their hand is 5 provinces. and they could only buy a remodel or something, and I maybe get another turn. Very, very slim chance of that happening, of course. It doesn't matter what I do here. I could go after as many duchies as possible and then pass it back to them. That is probably the line that wins, if any line is going to win. But even that, I think is insufficient. I would need something miraculous. Something truly miraculous here, which is what we go looking for in the black market. There's no miracle in the black market for me, unfortunately. So we just pull out the counterfeit our gold. I mean, I don't have to counterfeit the gold. I could remodel the gold as well, right? But I choose to counterfeit the gold. This is another way for me to gain a gold. I missed it on the last turn. I could counterfeit something, trigger the market square, draw back the gold. So I have a few ways to trigger this market square. It's kind of cute that I was able to pull that out of the black market. You know, that was the little miracle pull from the black market. Yeah, because I'm able to gain quite a few gold with this this single market square. So we remodel into a duchy, we gain another gold alongside that. I have to play it now because I'm out of actions. I think I do turn in the livery here for a duchy as well. I don't really need the livery anymore. I have 3 horses, we'll make it work. Plus, you see what Scrying Pool does, you know. You just need to see one Scrying Pool and the whole deck is drawn, basically. So the livery goes down now to another duchy, and we have enough for double province and duchy, but there's only one province. So we take all the duchies and cross our fingers. This is not happening. And I knew they had a gold on top of the deck, right? So that is game 1. An incredible game. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.